Have you ever looked in the mirror and felt that the reflection staring back at you seems years older than you actually are? Perhaps you can't pinpoint exactly what changed. Maybe your skin appears dull, or new lines emerged around your eyes, or you notice a certain slackness in your cheeks. For many people, it's not just about vanity. It's about wanting to look as vibrant on the outside as they feel on the inside. The trouble is, certain everyday habits can accelerate visible aging without us even realizing it. In this presentation, we're going to talk about 6 shocking aging mistakes that may be making you look a full decade older than you truly are. The good news is, once you spot these mistakes and understand why they matter, you can do a lot to slow or even reverse their effects, often without spending a fortune on procedures or products. If you're ready to reclaim a more youthful appearance and a fresher feeling overall, stay with me. You might be surprised at how simple changes in daily routines can bring back that spark you miss. It might help to begin by picturing Anna, a 59-year-old woman who felt that seemingly overnight her face lost much of its glow. She'd always prided herself on a no-fuss approach to self-care, quickly rinsing her face at night, wearing minimal sunscreen only on sunny days, and avoiding fuss with lotions. Then she bumped into an old friend at the grocery store who exclaimed, "Wow, you look so different. Are you okay?" That moment stung. Anna realized that while she felt fairly energetic on the inside, her face and posture were sending a different message. Determined not to let time run away from her, she started investigating what she might be doing wrong. She discovered a few daily habits that, once changed, brought out a softer complexion, a bit of a lift to her skin, and an overall radiance she hadn't seen in years. Anna's journey underscores that how we age on the outside often ties closely to small, repeated mistakes we don't even realize we're making. One common mistake is forgetting that sun damage doesn't happen only at the beach or by the pool. As we age, our skin becomes thinner and more prone to cumulative sun damage, harm that intensifies the look of wrinkles, spots, and uneven texture. Many people still think, "I only need sunscreen if it's scorching outside," or "I'm just running errands. I don't need protection." But ultraviolet rays can penetrate clouds and reflect off surfaces, exposing your skin to low-level assault day after day. Over time, that repeated exposure breaks down collagen and elastin, the proteins responsible for keeping your skin smooth and firm. Even short stints outdoors add up, especially on the face, neck, and hands. The result is a leathery texture, deepening lines, and an overall older look. You might blame genetics or stress, but often it's the slow drip of UV radiation across years that's silently aging your appearance. When you consider that your skin is your largest organ and your face is the first thing people notice, ignoring the sun's effects is like leaving your front door unlocked and wondering why your valuables vanish. While it might be tempting to think, well, I'm already 60, the damage is done, there's plenty of evidence that consistent use of a broad-spectrum sunscreen, even in your senior years, can halt further decline and help your skin function better. Some people complain that sunscreen feels heavy or clogs pores, but formulas have come a long way. Many now feel lightweight and include moisture, giving you 2 benefits in one. If you make it a habit, part of your morning routine, much like brushing your teeth, you'll notice fewer new age spots, less darkening of existing ones, and a smoother glow over time. Another aging mistake is chronic dehydration, both inside and out. Many older adults forget that their thirst mechanism can become less reliable with age, meaning they might not realize they're not drinking enough water. Dehydration affects all parts of the body, but shows up dramatically on the skin: dryness, flakiness, and a more pronounced appearance of fine lines. You might buy an expensive facial cream hoping for miracles, but if you're not hydrating your body from the inside, improvements might be limited. On top of that, external hydration is key. Some folks think a quick splash of water or a generic lotion occasionally is enough, yet they skip a well-chosen moisturizer that seals hydration into the upper layers of the skin. Over time, this dryness can exaggerate every crease and create a dull complexion. Hydration also ties in with the cleansing routine. Stripping your skin with harsh soaps or overly hot water can sabotage its moisture barrier, making dryness worse. A gentler approach, using lukewarm water and mild cleansers, preserves the skin's natural oils. Don't confuse dryness with lines that appear from natural expressions either. If your skin is well hydrated, expression lines tend to be less etched, and your overall face looks more plump and youthful. When Anna started her self-improvement quest, she discovered she was only drinking a couple of cups of water a day, and her nighttime product was doing little more than lightly scenting her skin. Shifting to consistent water intake, along with a more substantial quality moisturizer, led to a noticeable change within weeks. Her face felt and looked softer, and even her posture improved because her body felt less fatigued. A third problem: the unintentional gravitation slump that happens with posture. It might not sound like a skin or face concern at first, but posture plays a huge role in how old or young you appear. Think about someone you know who stands tall and confident. We often perceive them as more vigorous, maybe even younger than someone who slouches. As the years pass, gravity and muscle imbalances can cause rounding of the shoulders, a forward thrust of the head, and a caved-in chest. This slumped posture doesn't just make you look older in pictures, it can also create lines around the neck and jawline as the skin folds in unfamiliar ways. Over time, this can exaggerate jowls or that dreaded turkey neck. Another factor is how posture influences your breathing. When you slump, you take shallower breaths, possibly lowering your energy level and giving your face a tired look. Some seniors blame this slump on just how bodies get, not realizing regular stretching, core strengthening, and being mindful of alignment can keep them standing taller well into their 70s and 80s. Simple exercises like gentle yoga or Pilates, or even just daily neck and shoulder stretches, help realign the spine. If you spend hours at a computer, raising the screen to eye level can do wonders for your neck. Anna found that once she started paying attention, rolling her shoulders back, lifting her chest slightly, her overall silhouette became more youthful. People commented she seemed more alive, not realizing it was just better posture. The mind-body connection is strong. When you stand well, you also tend to feel more confident, which can reflect in how your facial expressions rest. Something else that can sabotage your youthful look is overindulging in sugar and refined carbs. We've heard how sugar can harm health in general, but many don't realize sugar molecules in the bloodstream can bind to proteins like collagen through a process called glycation. This leads to rigid, malformed collagen that doesn't support the skin as effectively, contributing to wrinkles and loss of elasticity. You might be thinking, I already watch my sweets, but sugar sneaks into many packaged foods. Breads, sauces, cereals, leading to a higher glycemic load than you suspect. If your body faces a constant barrage of high blood sugar, it fosters internal inflammation, which can speed up the breakdown of collagen. That translates to sagging, dryness, and that dull look you can't quite place. Cutting back on sugar also helps your energy levels remain more stable, preventing the midday slump that shows up on your face as tired eyes or droopy features. And it's not just about outward appearance. Reducing sugar supports overall health, which helps you maintain a lively spark. That spark is what we often associate with youthfulness. So if you want to turn back the clock a bit, examining your diet for hidden sugars is a big step. Increasing your intake of colorful vegetables, lean proteins, and healthy fats can replenish your body with nutrients that keep the skin more elastic. Think of it as fueling your cells with the right building blocks. Anna had a sweet tooth for pastries, something she always dismissed as her little treat, but once she swapped pastries for fruit-based snacks or just smaller portions of dessert, her skin gained more glow. She realized that controlling her sugar intake made her feel less puffy and fatigued, and that radiance carried into her expression. A fifth surprising mistake is ignoring your eyebrows and eyelashes as you age. That might sound superficial, but these two features frame your eyes, arguably the focal point of your face. As we grow older, brows tend to thin out, sometimes becoming patchy or lighter in color, while lashes can become sparse. Some seniors assume there's nothing to be done except a bit of eyebrow pencil, but the shape and fullness of brows and lashes can drastically affect how awake your face looks. Very thin brows can add years to your appearance because they remove a certain definition from your expressions. Meanwhile, short or wispy lashes can make your eyes seem smaller and more tired. You don't have to plaster on heavy makeup, but some mindful grooming or minimal use of products can make a difference. For brows, a gentle approach might be a subtle tint or a well-chosen pencil that matches your hair color. Over-plucking is another potential pitfall. Many older women keep plucking as they did in their youth, not realizing the hair doesn't come back as easily once it's gone. Then they end up with permanent bare spots. If that's already happened, you can talk to a professional about microblading or a more conservative approach to eyebrow restoration. For lashes, some people experiment with growth serums or choose a natural-looking mascara that adds definition without becoming clumpy. If you worry about allergies or sensitivity, there are gentle formulas specifically made for older eyes. The goal is to restore a slight frame that highlights your eyes. Even men can benefit from a bit of brow grooming, ensuring there aren't unruly patches that overshadow the face. Often it's not about turning you into someone unrecognizable, but simply emphasizing the features that give your face its youthful expressiveness. Lastly, forgetting the importance of consistent muscle tone in your face can age you beyond your years. Many of us think of muscle tone in the context of arms, legs, or abs, but your face also has muscles that play a role in shape and firmness. As time passes, these muscles can weaken, contributing to drooping in the cheeks, a softening jawline, or hollowness around the eyes. Facial yoga or specific facial exercises might sound strange, but many people, especially older adults, swear by them. The movements help strengthen muscles that support the skin, so gravity doesn't win quite so quickly. You might raise your eyebrows a few times, stretch your mouth into exaggerated vowel shapes, or gently massage key areas to encourage circulation. Some older adults find gua sha or facial rollers helpful for stimulating blood flow, which in turn can nourish the tissues with oxygen. There's some debate about how substantial these effects can be, but small daily sessions can create a difference over months. This also has the side benefit of making you more aware of tension patterns, like clenching your jaw or furrowing your brow unconsciously throughout the day. Reducing those expressions can alleviate some of the deep lines that come from chronic stress or worry. Anna felt silly at first doing facial exercises in the mirror, but once she got used to it, she noticed a slight lift in her cheeks and improved circulation, which also brightened her complexion. Think of it as a gentle workout for your face. We accept that gym sessions help keep our bodies toned, so why wouldn't a similar principle apply to facial muscles? These mistakes, whether ignoring the sun's daily UV assault, forgetting basic hydration, neglecting posture, relying on a high-sugar diet, overlooking lashes and brows, or ignoring facial muscle tone, can quietly add 5 or 10 years to your perceived age if left unchecked. The encouraging aspect is that none of these issues require drastic, expensive interventions to fix. Simple daily awareness is often enough to kick off a transformation. Use sunscreen, even if it's just a thin layer in the morning. Stay consistently hydrated and incorporate a skin-friendly moisturizer. Watch your posture, perhaps setting small reminders on your phone to check that you're not hunched over. Cut down on sugar and refined carbs, focusing on more nutrient-rich meals. Pay minimal attention to your eyebrows and lashes, because those small touches can lend structure to your face, and consider learning a few facial exercises or massage techniques to keep your muscles lively. Just as a few small mistakes can accelerate aging, a few small fixes can set you on a path where people ask, "What have you been doing differently? You look so refreshed." As we close, keep in mind that youthfulness isn't just about looking younger, it's about exuding vibrancy and feeling comfortable in your own skin. Appearance does play a role in how we project ourselves to the world, but it also can affect our self-esteem. If you're waking up each day feeling disappointed by new signs of aging that you suspect might be preventable, why not tackle the low-hanging fruit first? That sense of empowerment can spill over into other areas of life. Maybe you'll choose to walk more, pick up a hobby, or reconnect socially, simply because you feel better about yourself. Aging is a natural process, and no one is suggesting we freeze time, but we can shape how gracefully we move through each decade. It's rarely too late to adopt these self-care measures, even if you're 70 or beyond. Paying more attention to sun protection, posture, or daily diet can yield a surprising lift in your mood and overall presentation. If you're feeling motivated, start with just one or two of these areas. Perhaps you decide to keep a water bottle within reach all day to battle dehydration, or you vow to never again skip sunscreen when leaving the house. Maybe you begin standing up straighter every time you pass a mirror, pulling your shoulders back and lifting your chin just a bit. Gradual changes often work better than sudden overhauls, because they form lasting habits. Over time, these small acts accumulate into a visible difference. You might still have wrinkles or lines that reflect a life well lived, but your skin, posture, and expression will radiate more life. Friends or family might comment that you seem brighter or healthier, even if they can't pinpoint exactly why. For those who want to take it further, consider discussing your concerns with a dermatologist or a well-reviewed aesthetic professional. They can guide you on gentle procedures or products that enhance your efforts without drastic measures. Options like mild peels or lasers might help fade deeper sun damage or stimulate collagen. But remember, no amount of inhalation treatments can fully compensate for daily mistakes. Real, lasting results come from consistency. The synergy between a dermatologist's help and your everyday care is what truly leads to a glow that people notice. Self-care is an ongoing process, not a one-time event. Also, keep in mind that each person's journey is different. Some individuals battle persistent dryness and need heavier moisture routines. Others might struggle with adult acne or rosacea, requiring more specialized regimens. Meanwhile, posture concerns might be exacerbated by old injuries or chronic conditions, in which case physical therapy or gentle exercise classes can help. The key is staying curious and open to adapting. Don't let frustration push you into giving up. Aging gracefully is about acceptance, yes, but also about taking ownership of what you can improve. Finally, it's important to mention stress. Chronic stress can fast-track many of these aging factors, whether it's stress hormones weakening collagen, fueling sugar cravings, or causing tension that leads to wrinkles and poor posture. Finding ways to manage stress through mindfulness, social connections, or hobbies indirectly preserves a youthful vibe. A calm mind fosters a calmer face, which might do as much for your appearance as any serum or lotion. Next time you find yourself gritting your teeth or furrowing your brow, pause, take a slow breath, and ease that tension. Over time, fewer worry lines might form. Some older adults say they recognized that the biggest culprit in their aged look was persistent anxiety or negativity. Once they worked on that from the inside, the outside followed. If you'd like to see changes in your reflection, pick the easiest place to start. Maybe begin with posture awareness, or track your water intake. Then move on to adjusting sugar habits, or focusing on a consistent skincare routine that includes sun protection. And if your brows or lashes have been overlooked, do some gentle grooming or invest in minimal, age-appropriate products to highlight them. The real secret is not waiting for a miracle, but committing to small, sustainable steps. The difference might surprise you, and it's never too late to begin. People can look drastically different in just a few months of consistent effort. You can too. Thank you for taking the time to learn about these often overlooked aging mistakes. If you're eager for more insights on living your best life after 60, staying confident, healthy, and active, please consider subscribing or staying tuned for future content. If you know someone who's struggling with how they look or feel as they get older, feel free to share this with them. Sometimes all it takes is a small spark of knowledge to ignite a big transformation. In the end, aging is a privilege. Each line can tell a story, each change can be a reminder of the life we've lived. But there's no harm in wanting to live those years feeling radiant and proud of the face we show to the world. Embrace what you can do, let go of the rest, and keep shining in your unique way. I look forward to sharing more on this journey together, and until next time, keep exploring those gentle ways to let your natural glow shine through at any age.